Hello, my name's Carla Riddell. I've been a big part of the yarning circles with Iris and Uncle Chris since the beginning in 2018. And we've just finished the 4th yarning circle. And it's amazing to see, particularly when people come back into this space. It's like building deeper connections and relationships with the people with the custodians. We're so lucky and privileged to be able to sit with elders of country from all around Australia often. And for me, it's something that I often can't fully put a finger on what it is that I'm experiencing. It's like on a cellular level I can feel this deep resonance and this deep understanding of my inner knowing seems to switch on. More of my sort of knowledge and wisdom seems to switch on when I'm sitting with these people and the generosity in their sharing of knowledge and story blows me away. And I think something that keeps it grounded is when we really talk about the history and the continued impacts that these people. The power for me comes in, we see around us people suffering in many different ways. We see systems that are not necessarily serving the people. And then when we sit with these elders and hear the big story and hear from their ancientness, we can hear and feel their ancientness and the ancient knowledge that they hold. It brings me hope, and it feels to me like that's where the answers lie. I think we often try and turn to science for the answers, but honestly I believe that it's the old people and the people that are holding ancient culture that have the answers, and that's why I keep showing up and listening and being a part of it, and supporting it and inviting the people into it, because I do believe that the answer is together with these people and walking together with these people. And that's certainly Uncle Chris's big message for us is it's time now to come together and walk together and heal together.
So I'm Kirsty from Melbourne. Before coming to this yarning circle, I was a little bit hesitant to come because it's not the country that I was born on or the country that I currently live on, but I felt pretty warmly invited by a good friend who's involved in the yarning circles and Uncle Chris to come along, and I'm really glad I took up that invitation. It's been a pretty special 3 days of sitting in circle and talking, eating really good food, sitting by the fire, and just connecting in quite a real way to the history of this land and the First Peoples. And I think for me the experience has allowed me to deepen my commitment to keep walking alongside First Nations with a deeper understanding of what that might mean, and a deeper sense of belonging to the process of healing, and maybe the potential for what Australia could be. In many ways I've seen more leadership here and a greater vision for what Australia could become than I probably have in my short life.
What have I gotten out of this? This is my second yarning circle. It has helped me deepen my connection. I had wonderful connection and a sense of, went home with a sense of belonging after the first one. and this has deepened it. And I'm grateful for that. Fellow circle members, the people who organise, and the elders that show up. So, very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Trent.
I feel like it has affected me in two ways. So, in one way, I feel like I have a deeper understanding and a deeper compassion, and that will help me just in my communication and help give me a bit more direction in terms of what I think is right. And then another thing that I'm feeling is overwhelmed by how far away from where we need to go we are. And so I feel a little bit like, how does my small steps, how does that get us way over there? So I don't feel hopeless, but I feel on the border. But I kind of feel inspired that if everyone's doing the same thing, then next time I meet this topic or meet this question, then maybe it won't feel as overwhelming. I think that's what I take away.
That's great.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Portari Chris Tomlin, and I'm here with my Uncle David from the Tanami Desert, Walbury Country in Central Australia. And we are sitting here in New South Wales, in Tombara, Braithwood in New South Wales. And we just finished having a 3-day long session about at the Yarni Circle we organised here in Tombara. The agendas were that we discussed over the last 3 days. The first day involved discussions about the Frontier War. The second day was discussions about the stolen generation. And the third day was in regards to restorative justice. Who we had a guest speaker in, Mr. Terry Connolly. And I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video clip of me and my uncle and the outcomes of what we discussed about the Frontier War, the stolen generation, also the massacre sites and the invasion of this country. The outcomes of the Frontier War resulted in the invasion of this country, and the second day was about the results of it, which is the assimilation policies, the apartheid policies, and now we have the intervention in the Northern Territory, which we are targeting to request and push the intervention back out of the Northern Territory. And the principles we're going to be using in the next Yarni Circle, which is during September, and the date and that will be noted in the weeks to come, is to talk about rolling back the intervention in the Northern Territory and taking the first step to disoccupying this country for the tribal man, woman and children in this country. And I would like to say that more the merrier if we can all invite all of you all around Australia to take up your responsibility and come and join us in Alice Springs in September to end the intervention in the Northern Territory and start the process of disoccupying the military occupation of this country and putting an end so that we can all be free man and woman and have a celebration together as a nation 100% instead of what's been happening since time began in Australia, where we was always divided as a nation. And it's about time now to take the steps, take up the responsibility and start to move to unite all black and whites in this country, to stand together, get control of their government and move forward in a peaceful, harmonious way. Thank you.